My name is Jerome. The title of my presentation is HighCharts/HighMaps for Big Data Visualization. HighChart is a JavaScript library for frontend, but in this implementation, we also include some backend components to make it full stack. We have three big components. First is data stored in a JSON file. It's retrieved from the median zone subset, which contains about 10,000 records. And the web server is built on top of Python with a library called web.py. In the user interface, with HTML and JavaScript, we use HighCharts, AngularJS, and Bootstrap. So every time when web server receives a request, it will access the data, post-process the data, and return the data to user interface. The communication is done through a REST API. The purpose of the backend server is, for some data like this, we want the server to process it and return aggregated result to the frontend. For example, create a histogram based on the field. On the UI side, we want to integrate AngularJS and HighChart. We use a directive. That's a function that runs as an HTML element is loaded. In this case, I created a div and added line chart directive. So in the JavaScript, there's a function that will always run as this div is loaded. So within this function, I make a REST request to get my data. After that, all you have to do is just to call the HighChart function on the element and pass a few options. Very easily, you can get your first HighChart. With different options, you can create other charts. Now, if you go to the UI, the data is loaded from the backend and visualized very nicely on the frontend in different chart types. To get the code and more information, you can go to my GitHub repository. Thank you for listening.